front of everyone? I apologized sincerely. I was so focused on getting back at Sandra that I hadn't thought about how it would affect him. Thomas accepted my apology, and we sat in silence for a while, both lost in our thoughts. As the night wore on, Thomas shared more about his relationship with Sandra, how he'd been planning to propose for months but kept putting it off because something felt wrong. He admitted that part of him was relieved that he found out before going through with the proposal. We talked more, and Thomas even asked me about my history with Sandra. I told him everything, our parents' favoritism, and what she did to my relationship with Kathy. Thomas was horrified, realizing he had no idea who Sandra really was. By the end of the night, Thomas and I had formed an unlikely friendship. We exchanged numbers and promised to keep in touch. Over the next few weeks, Thomas and I started hanging out regularly. We'd meet up for drinks or to watch a game, and we talked about everything. One night, Thomas showed up at my apartment looking agitated. "Sandra's been trying to contact me," he said. She'd been calling, texting, and even showed up at his work once, begging for another chance. I asked him what he planned to do. Thomas admitted he was conflicted. Part of him wanted to hear her out, they'd been together for 2 years, after all. But the other part of him knew he could never trust her again. She'd lied to him for months, maybe even years. The next day, Thomas met Sandra for coffee. He called me afterward to say he'd ended it for good. He deserved better, and he stood his ground, telling Sandra that her cheating wasn't a mistake, it was a choice she made repeatedly. Sandra didn't take it well. She alternated between sobbing and lashing out, even trying to blame me, saying I'd poisoned Thomas against her. But Thomas stood his ground, telling her that I had only revealed the truth. After that, Sandra spiraled even further. She started posting cryptic, attention-seeking messages on social media, clearly trying to paint herself as the victim. Our parents, predictably, ate it up and pressured me to apologize to Sandra and help her win Thomas back. When I refused, they threatened to write me out of their will. I told them to go ahead, I'd rather have my integrity than their money. This situation has made me realize just how toxic my family are. I've started seeing a therapist to work through these issues, and it's been helpful. I'm learning to set boundaries and deal with the guilt trips my parents try to lay on me.